Here is Gargoyle, L is Earth. This is the DC Rebirthed miniseries starring Gargoyle, Isaac Christians, the classic Jack Quimby character. This is in response to a comment from a new viewer called Rob. I kind of dig out with that name, mate. It is one syllable. Bob. That's all I can do with it. You are called Bob now. He was responding to an ad video where I suggested that nobody could ever guess what my favourite series starring this character was. But I since revealed that on another video. Rather than have him gone through a back catalogue of 1,200 videos looking for the answer, I will just say up front, this is the answer. Bob, it is this one. And honestly, no other comic is going to open with a child being lit on fire. This series, it is written by some guy who hasn't really written many other comics. Comics have been at a point for a while where your favourite writers, the veteran writers that you like, most of them didn't do anything anymore. Most of the current big writers are Tom Queen. And so you are looking for comics written by nobodies, open that they are good. You are looking for the good nobodies among the cast of mostly bad nobodies. What I like about this series is, and I have said this before about this character, the Isaac Christians part of Gargoyle should be much more the lead character. He is the compelling one. This guy who has to put up with this curse and transforms into a gargoyle with quite an annoying rhyme and shtick. This series also wins the award for the best depiction of that ever. Hands down, this provides the best use of the rhymes. It is explained and shown that Gargoyle, he does the rhyming when he is confident and he thinks he's going to win. It's kind of like how the angrier that Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. Well, the more powerful Gargoyle feels, the more poetic he sounds. It's not some weird speaking pattern that he uses tenuously every piece of dialogue. Isaac, he has become a bit of an alcoholic in trying to deal with his literal demon. A big part of this series is exploring the relationship dynamic between Isaac and his counterpart, Man and Gargoyle. But also, there is a war going on in Hell. The viewer responsible for this review, Bob, he guessed that my favourite Gargoyle comic was the 80s miniseries, which is pretty good. That would be one of my favourites. I would say this, that, and Gargoyle Nights. They are the good Gargoyle books. I've not read the Jack Quimby ones, but I imagine the big allure of them is the first appearances and that it is Jack Quimby doing it. A supporting character in this, she is in every issue. She's practically a co-star even. Is Xanadu by Olivia Newton-John. She has a history with Gargoyle, as expanded upon in the aforementioned Gargoyle Knight series. Some chump tells her to smile more, so she smashes him in the face with her motor bicycle helmet. Thank you very much. There is a family going on vacation, and the daughter of the unit is the same girl who was set on fire at the start. I really did like how Gargoyle and the back and forth between him and Isaac is handled in this. Gargoyle, so far in this issue, he hasn't rhymed once. And I know the rhyming is a bit of Gargoyle's trademark, but it is fucking annoying 90% of the time because it's clear the writer is having to bend hour backwards to try and write Gargoyle's dialogue. A lot of the times it's like the rhyming comes first and everything else is jammed in around it. This manages to add more depth to Gargoyle in a single line without rhymes than 58 issues of bad forced rhymes. El has come to Earth. The title El is Earth is very literal. It has come to this small town that Isaac Christians is hiding out in. Kaboom! The family, they are caught up in it, and Xanadu is too late to stop it. And this bit is great. Gargoyle, he tries to convince Isaac to transform and become Gargoyle to survive whatever this is. But Isaac really doesn't want to, and he thinks that this might even be a big hoax by Gargoyle to provoke him to utter the incantation and unleash him. And this page has come loose. We have got some real world fallout, some government agency reactions, and an army general is responsible for opening this gateway to hell. He did so at the behest of an evil demon, and his reward is burning to death. Hashtag never trust an evil demon. Little girl's family have been transformed into evil demons. Or maybe they were always evil demons. And they are chasing after her, but a very poorly placed double-page advert ruins the momentum that leads to the big reveal of Gargoyle. And his first rhyme of the series is on this page. The rhyming is definitely the best that it has ever been in this mini-series. Turns out that during the metamorphosis, Gargoyle and Isaac sort of split into two separate beings. Except Isaac is a Casper, sort of. Gargoyle, he also outright acknowledges that he doesn't always rhyme on this page. He does it when he feels like it. And there is a big L ant coming out of the ground. Here is a brief moment to acknowledge that the woman who plays Canary, this one here, the White Canary, she is the only reason to ever watch any of these awful TV shows. I think DC put this out without much promotion, and it was quite a bad seller. I think that is unfortunate because it's good. I think if more people had read this, they might have found a new appreciation for the character. Ah, well, I read it, and that is what is important. The world revolves around me, and I am also God and Jesus, and January Jones is going to eventually marry me. And if not her, then that White Canary chick. She's probably more age appropriate anyway. I rate this 7 thumbs up.